I'm gonna replicate what Jenny and Lynn, one of our speakers last month, said. This is just a few words of good intention. So if you can open your heart with your right hand and accept with your left hand, kindly ask you to connect with each other. Please close your eyes. Feel the vibration pulse that moves between our hands. That is the connection to our heart. You're the essence of whatever idea, whatever highest idea that you believe moves you, that benefits you, that guides you, that warns you. Let the message that I share with you assist you in any way to heal yourself and your associations with others. For the ability for us to listen, to communicate. Thank you for letting me speak. Please open your eyes. It's no coincidence that we have a Hawaiian over here and we have a Caucasian storyteller. Yeah, no coincidence. How many, with a show of hands, how many Native Hawaiians do we have here today? That was born here. Okay. With a show of hands, how many other ethnicities was born here?
Multiple,
okay. Everything. Okay.
Mixed.
And how many of you were not born here? Okay. And all of you, Hawaiian, different ethnicities, born here or not, how many of you call this your home? Pretty much the whole room, yeah? How many of you fell in love with the land here? How many of you fell in love with the ocean here? And the people? Good. So it's our kuleana, yeah? It's our responsibility to take care of where we live. This is our home. This is the land that we live on. We share this with the ocean and we share it with our people. But how can we offer love if we're still trying to pick up the pieces? Some of us are still a little bit wounded, a little bit broken. How can we offer more love to give if we still need to heal? Or we have to allow that, yeah? We have to take care of that. Or coconut. Awesome. From every positive insight, there was some suffering. How else can you really, truly understand the simplicity of life if you haven't suffered first? How can you truly embrace joy and understand what joy feels like if you didn't suffer first? So, as I had briefed our storytellers from the past and the present, I told every one of them, please share any story you wish, as long as it delivers a positive message. One that doesn't hide or divide, but one that intends to unite. Whatever that message is, let that be the one that you share. I was 5 years old when I first got my bike without training wheels. It was Christmas morning, and I don't know why I remember this, but it was about 5 a.m. It was still kind of misty outside, and I think I beat the roosters from crowing, which is so crazy because I was born in Guam, and there's like a million roosters that crow like simultaneously, and that's my alarm clock, and that's how I woke up. And I beat them this time for some reason, I don't know why. I went out into the living room and I saw my sparkling blue bike, and I was hooked. I was so hooked. I went out with that bike every single day, and I couldn't go very far because I was 5 years old, right? So I could go a couple blocks up the hill, and I could go a couple blocks down the hill, but I couldn't go farther than my whoever's gonna supervise me. I couldn't go farther than what they can see. It's really funny too because I would like run across the street, or excuse me, not across the street. No, I would not run across the street. That was not allowed. I would like run really close to this is the street right here. I'd run really, really close, and then I would tippy toe right here, and then I hear my great grandma yelling, "You better not cross this street, or you're gonna get it." And I'm looking, and she's inside the house. I don't even see her. I'm like, "Where are you? You're so loud. I feel like you're right here." Crazy. I'm thinking like, either I got really good hearing, like supersonic hearing, or she's really loud. And she was really loud though. I know she was loud because she would sneeze, and I'd be outside across the street riding my bike, and I could hear her. Like it would rattle my brain. Like it would hurt my ears. It would hurt, and I'm like riding down the hill like, "Bless you, Grandma!" Like hoping she would hear me out. So loud. I'd ride that bike from morning through the scorching sun all the way till before sunset. Then I had to come back inside. I was super dark, super duper dark. I was like, the polo, I was like black like your pants, blackish gray, blackish purple, super dark. I had like I remember seeing two school pictures, and I looked like two completely different people. I knew that was the year I got my bike. Over time, I was allowed to go out without supervision. Because I went out every day, and people were like, "Nah, I don't want to go out and watch her ride her bike all day, every day." So over time, I was able to do that. And so one day, I was riding my bike, and my neighbor from across the street lured me into the movies. It was different. I knew him a little bit. He was my across the street neighbor. But this time, being around him, I felt this strong sense of danger. He lured me into the boonies, and it was misty. It was dark. It was quiet. I was paralyzed by fear. He touched me like no 16-year-old should ever touch a 5-year-old. He tried to lure me into me some more. I was violated, I was fearful, I was shocked. Somehow, I broke away. I was shaking. I could barely get on my bike. I rode down the hill to my house, shaking, looking for somebody. I ran inside, and I found my mom laying down on my great-grandma's bed, who just passed away maybe a few weeks ago. calling out to her, and I nestled into her arms, and I told her what happened. She kept asking me questions. What happened? When? Where? How? Over and over. And I told her. And I told her, and I told her. And then she said, "You better not be lying to me, girl." And right then and there, I knew I had to grow up real fast. I had to grow up really fast. I understood right then and there what she was incapable of. She didn't grow up in a pretty childhood. She also grew up with some type of abuse, physical conduct, a little bit of some sexual abuse tried to happen over and over again in her life. I understood that she couldn't offer me more than what she could not understand. It's not the circumstances you're given, it's how you do it. 10 years later, 15 years old, I was invited to a friend's house. I was just getting into high school. And my friend, my guy friend, invited me over to drink beer for the first time. It was my first time. He knew that. He was excited. He invited a few guy friends, a few girlfriends to come over. And I guzzled a few, and I don't remember everything in between. I remember he was angry. I remember him yelling at me. I wasn't sure why. He was yelling at me, and I don't know. He kicked everybody out, almost everybody out. He was so angry with me. He was yelling at me, and he dragged my hair up the stairs, pushed me into the bedroom, and locked the door. I was so confused. I was screaming, and then I blacked out. I woke up under the covers, and he was too close. Too close. It was hazy. I was confused. And I realized what was going on. I was screaming, "No, no, stop, no, not again." I didn't grow up in a white picket fence with a golden retriever. I didn't really grow up wishing to be married and have horse carriages and planning a wedding. But I wanted to give my flower to someone I chose. Someone that I thought was deserving. This was my gift to give to someone. Tears were piercing out all over my face. After he raped me, his friend took me. And I didn't know if that was the end of a nightmare or if it was something that was going to continue. Over the next several years, I kind of went down this turmoil. It's very dark and secluded. People didn't know if I was alive or if I was well. They didn't know where I was. And I didn't know where I was either. I felt very disconnected, very misunderstood. Let me remind you, it's not the circumstances that you're given, it's how you deal with it. So, how did I do? Well, over time, I just started to think about everything. I also went down a path of doing a lot of different things, self-sabotage, intoxicating myself, trying to get rid of those memories, trying to not think about it. And over time, I understood that wasn't the way to feel good, because it always repeats itself, you know? Break the chains, uncuff your heels from the heaviness that holds you back. I started to understand my capabilities and my strengths. From that, I've understood that I have the choice. It's really I was pulling, I was praying, I was meditating, I was cleansing. I did a cleanse. This cleanse, it was a cleanse that was spiritual. It was something topical. It was something I also ingested. And from that cleanse, I understood I was already practicing celibacy. I was already doing that. And I realized I'm going to wait till I get married. I'm going to make that decision on who I'm going to share that moment with. There's no other moment that's so special than sharing that moment, synchronizing that moment with someone that you can exchange that love and relationship, romantic or not, friendship, relationship, teacher, student, whatever that bond is, there's nothing more special than that. We're different people, we're different creatures, we walk this planet, we come with different backgrounds, different stories. And when you can connect with someone, that is special. That is the moment. Never take advantage of the moments, because the moments are not granted. You're not promised to live in 2 minutes or 2 years. Whatever you have planned is just a mirage. This is the moment. 2 seconds just passed. This is the moment. 2 seconds just passed. This is the moment. By a show of hands, how many people have either suffered or seen somebody else suffer from some type of abuse, whether it's physical, verbal, or sexual? By a show of hands, how many people have witnessed that, yourself or somebody else? Everyone in this room has witnessed that, either suffered themselves or seen somebody else suffer. Suffering has it's not prejudice. It doesn't matter what age you are. A 2-year-old suffers, a 65-year-old suffers. It doesn't matter what race you come from, what background. There's no level of measurement that says one suffers more than another. Suffering is pain. Everyone suffers. But it's how you deal with it that translate the outcome of who you are and how you live your life. How do you deal with suffering? How do you deal with pain? You know, when I shared these couple of stories, let me tell you, that is something that I feel so grateful for and so blessed. I'm not going to point the finger and say, look what he did to me. He suffered too. Have you thought about that? Whoever inflicts suffering is wounded. Why are they wounded? How can I help further assist you? How can I help break this cycle? Something is making, people have wounds, and when they don't take care of it, it starts to be infected, right? These type of wounds I'm talking about affect others. How can we help each other deal with the suffering? So, without